We've been talking a lot about Maine's housing crisis. The state is dealing with a deficit of 80,000 units, according to Maine Housing. News Center Maine's Cassie Weymouth talked to a lobsterman in Harpswell about how the housing crunch is affecting the next generation of the industry.
When I first started here back in the mid-90s, we had sternmen on boats trying to talk other sternmen not to go. Now the captains can't even find anybody to go with them and stuff.
Bernie Johnson, a lobsterman and manager of Glenn's Lobsters, cites rising costs, particularly in housing, as a major problem.
I've had 7 interviews this year. I've hired on 5 people. I'm still waiting for the first one to show up.
Even if you are looking to work in the industry, you'll be hard-pressed to find affordable housing.
Now to get back into the business and stuff, if you try to get in here and you want to live close, it's not going to happen. A 2-bedroom place down here is around $2,800 on the low side.
The reason? A changing community.
Right across the street here, there used to be a small little cape, 2-bedroom cape. Couldn't really build much there because the setbacks from the marsh area and from the road. But lo and behold, somebody with a little more jingle turned around, bought the property when the price crashed. And now there's a house over there that is the size of 2 Walgreens.
Beyond just housing costs, the owners of vacation homes have pushed towns to limit the hours lobstermen are allowed to work. This is of particular concern to lobstermen of Bailey Island, as they start their day before 5 a.m.
The industry down this way, living around islands, we have individuals who have moved here from away, and they move here for a reason, but then they try to change it to how it was where they just came from. So that puts more regulations on, because a lot of places are trying to make it so sound ordinances, so they don't want you to start your lobster boat up before a certain time because it might be too noisy and it might wake them up.
In an industry already struggling to bring in younger generations to work the waters, housing is just another hurdle. The next one is assets. According to Johnson, another major deterrent for both retention and recruitment has become the cost. Lobstering is an expensive career to break into, with one trap costing $180, not including any of the other necessary gear. Not to mention, it only takes one large storm to force a lobsterman to start over.
Well, we had those storms. A lot of people lost gear out of it. A lot of young people, they don't want to get into it because they're looking at what it costs. And how do we maintain this? A lot of these fishermen say their engine blows. They're done.
Looking ahead, Johnson worries for the future of his wharf.
My particular area right here, I've got about 30 fishermen that sell to me. And that ranges from some kids that just got their little student license all the way up to the gentlemen that are in their mid-70s. I've got about 30 of them. Within the next 10 years, I'm looking to lose a quarter, if not a third of them.
According to the manager of Glenn's Lobsters, with a business as risky as this one and rapidly rising costs, it's becoming increasingly impossible for a younger generation to break into the industry. On Bailey Island, this is Cassie Weymouth for News Center Maine.